Ladies and gentlemen, the GIs of comedy.
Hi everybody, my name is Tom Irwin and I'm a representative of the Army, and I will pass this over to Thom Tran.
Hello everyone, I'm Thom Tran. I'm the creator, producer, and one of the comics on the show. I'm from the United States Army as well.
G. Riley, United States Navy, USS Denver, LPD 9.
My name is Will C. I'm representing the United States Marine Corps Sergeant. Also served in the United States Air Force and the Army, and I'm part of the tour as well.
We are a collective band of brothers. We have all met each other in various comedy clubs across the country. We've gotten out of the military, all combat active people. Mine's a little bit different than everybody else's, but all these guys down here. And Jose Sardui, our representative of the Air Force, is not with us until about 4 o'clock today, but he'll be here a little bit later. So we are a group of professional stand-up comedians that have a history of also serving our country in the military, and now we've banded together to tour across the country, and New Jersey and the Comedy Stop is our first stop on our national tour. So we're so happy to be here, and thank you all for supporting us, and we hope you come back tonight to come to the show and tell anyone that you know that we'd love to see them in the audience as well.
Yeah, thanks for the awesome weather. We left Los Angeles, it was sunny and 80. I come here and the humidity's like, nope, done. This is great. This is our first stop on our national tour. We've been in Los Angeles doing shows for the troops out there. I'll give you a quick history of the tour and how it got put together. I moved out to Los Angeles about 3 years ago to pursue my professional stand-up comedian career, and I wound up doing a benefit for the Bob Hope USO at LAX. And of course, all of you know Bob Hope was a huge supporter of our veterans. He did the USO thing for years upon years, and the LAX USO, unlike some of the other USOs around the country, doesn't get funded by the government. They have to raise their own money, they do benefits, and there's donations and things like that. So we did a show that was sponsored by a radio station that I work for out in Los Angeles, KRF 101. And they found out that, hey, their traffic reporter was a vet, and he's a comedian, we should probably make him work. So it wasn't really me donating my time at that point. It was like, hey, you're going to work for the station. And I wound up meeting Tom Irwin, who was a United States Army veteran. Turns out he's actually from my hometown, and he knows my old commander, so we got to talking. And then I'd meet these other guys. I met G. Riley at another comedy club, found out he was in the Navy. Met Will C. at a Taco Bell one time. He was jumping me for my order, and I found out he was in the Marines. And I said, we've all been back overseas to perform. Tom went over 4 times to Iraq. I went back in 2008. G's been over to the Pacific Theater. Will has performed numerous times. And I said, there's never been a tour of comedians that were just in the military vets, who can really relate to these kids who are over in the suck. You know, these kids who are in Iraq and Afghanistan who are kicking down doors. Nobody's going to relate better to them than us. 'Cause
Two years ago, I went over to Korea, and when I set foot back on that military installation, I felt like I was home. I mean, I said to myself, these are the guys that I want to perform for. No one else. This was it. I mean, I felt it inside. And I came back, and I was trying to figure out a way that I could just do military audiences.
I am so happy and honored that Tom chose me to represent the Marine Corps. I wish I was in a little better shape to represent the Marine Corps, but
the Marines wish you were in better shape to represent the Marine Corps.
Tell them about the guy when you're getting your hair cut.
No, yes. Can I tell you guys this story? I went to get my hair cut because I want to look good for you guys. And as I go in, there's another guy paying for his haircut, and he had just got a high and tight. And I'm like, Marine? And he looks at me, he's like, yeah, you a Marine? And I'm like, yes. He's like, still active? I'm like, buddy, I weigh 280 pounds. What are we talking about, sexually? Because there's nothing about me that says active duty anymore.
I really do appreciate everyone and how they've been treating us so far. We're really looking forward to this weekend. But I think collectively as a group, we're a very odd mix of people that have fought in combat, but basically are children inside, you know, just in like as far as like our comedy. So it's an odd mix, but it works.
I like fart jokes.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm just a big baby.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
Just, yeah, I mean, come back and see Will's set, and you'll know what I mean.
No, I don't think we've performed in Atlantic City for all of us. And regarding our material, not all of it is centralized around the military. I mean, we were all professional headlining comics long before this little idea got seeded in my head. So we've all got an hour, 2 hours worth of material that is relevant to everybody. We've all played comedy clubs. And when I put this tour together, I was kind of like, you know what? The funniest things that ever happened to me were in the military.
Kephart's comedy style, always funny.